Grand Rising. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Greetings. Grand Rising. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Come on in the room. Not doing what we normally do lately. We have not. Grand Rising. Greetings, greetings. Greetings, greetings. Peace, beloved. Peace, 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 peace. Oh, hey, y'all been getting these downloads. I've been getting these downloads with all these solar storms and cosmo energy that's been popping off. I just want to know, have y'all been getting the downloads? I need for y'all to be open and receptive to what the universe is trying to tell you, the messages that they're trying to give you. This is where your abundance will come in, because the messages you're going to get from these downloads during this week, I don't know if y'all been getting it like I've been getting it, but this is the time. Peace, peace, peace. I'm just wondering. Let's get us some sound going on. Ashe. I was told to do 4. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Yes, Kristen, I'm telling you. Okay. Man, listen. Dream after dream. Waking up in synchronicity every time. I swear all week I've been waking up in synchronicity. Like, I've been waking up at 1:11. I've been waking up at 2:22. I've been waking up at 4:44. Like, literally all week. Not missing a beat. Like, every morning waking up at these weird random hours. And I always be laughing because I just get like, oh, okay. I look up, like, I get up and I look at the phone and I be like, I knew. Because whatever dream I was dreaming about, I was like, oh, I got it. I got it. Y'all ain't got to worry. I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. One dream was crazy as hell, so I don't know. I'm still trying. I ain't deciphered it yet. I was like, man, listen. Listen, Linda. These dreams, crazy. Listen. And I'm used to it being like random times during the day. But when it be synchronicity, like every night that I wake up on a master number. Every night. I'll be like, okay. Yeah, I see what y'all doing. I see what you did there. And stuff just been coming like crazy. Put some dust or something on my pillows over here. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got for today. Grand Rising, beloved. Ooh, car's been flying out. Ashe. So today we have 13 and 14. Interesting. 13 and 14 are the cards that just flew out the damn deck. So we got 13. Oh, I'm going to make a conscious effort today. Today I'm going to make a conscious effort. 13 is the death card, and this 14 is temperance. Okay? They both flew out at the same time, so I don't know which one came out first. Okay? But the death card is always about the ending of old cycles, the ending of old things, old eras. This is the beginning of a new cycle, a new trend, a new era that's coming into your life. So things got to die. This is the death of anything that's not serving you. This is the death of anything that's not supposed to be in alignment with you going through this transition, with you going through this elevation. You got to think, death is really just a transition or a transference of energy. So if death is a transferring of energy, that's why I like when people say, oh, you know, you was mourning somebody's death or whatever. And I get it, because I'm super attached to my parents. That's one thing I'm not detached from. I'm super attached to my babies. I'm not, you know, detached from that. So I'm pretty sure that it will hit me really hard for them to transition. But I also understand that that energy never dies. It just transitions. It just transfers into a different dimension. It transfers into a different dynamic. So you got to think, when the old things are dying off, it's not that it's necessarily dead, and some of that shit need to die. Some of y'all need to bury it in the backyard. Some of y'all need to quit playing. Go bury it, please. Please. But it's a transference. So when things are dying, new things are ushering in. You got to make room for the new. We've been getting this message like consistently, I promise you, for almost a week, it feel like. You got to make room for what is new. You can only make room for what is new if you are releasing and relinquishing the things that are not serving you anymore. It's time for that. This might just be the end of that season. You know, some things only come into our life and come into that particular, in our universe, for a season. So you got to allow it to serve its purpose, do the work that it's supposed to do, and let it go. Grand Rising, everyone that just came in. Grand Rising, greetings. So this is a time frame. This is a time frame where you say, okay, what's not serving me right now? What's not supposed to be in my circle right now? What am I still holding on to from old habits, old ways, old dynamics, old atmospheres, old hangouts, old people? Not literally old people, but old people that's in your life that you done known forever, but they still doing the same shit they was doing in 1990, whatever. Some of y'all are young, so that might have been when you was born, but you know what I mean. Same people that you knew since kindergarten, and you still holding on to them because you're so used to them being in your space and you're so comfortable with them, even though they might be causing chaos and confusion. This is a time to let that energy die. If it's not serving you and it's not helping you evolve, you got to put them in their category, in their boxes. I had a great conversation, and I cannot remember the exact detail of how this brother put this yesterday. But one of the things that, you know, he was building on knowing when people show up in your life, what purpose do they serve? And putting them in that spot. Sometimes you're making people who don't really serve a purpose more important than what they're supposed to be in your life. And you have to understand, like, okay, this is an associate. This is truly my friend. This is family. You see what I'm saying? Like, understanding where they belong and putting them in that spot and not making them more than what they're supposed to be. Okay? So now that we're letting go old energy, we're allowing things to die. We're allowing, you know, old habits to die. We're putting them to rest. We're burying them in the backyard, and we're embracing this new transition. We're embracing this new life that we're embarking on. We come into the temperance, and the temperance is all about being patient, knowing that the spirit guides and the ancestors are working on our behalf. They are preparing the soil. They are making it fruitful. They are nurturing it, doing all the things that they need to align the proper people, places, and things in our life in order for us to be abundant. In order for us to be abundant, in order for us to live the best life that we want to live, in order for us to get our desires, our wishes, our dreams, they are working on our behalf, but we got to be patient. We can't force it. We can't rush it. We can't be in a space where we just like, oh, but I wanted it now. It's okay that you wanted it now. You can't have it now. You can't have it right now, damn it. Did you do the work? Are you ready for it if you got it right now? That's been the thing that's been ringing in my head, I promise you, for like 3 days. Like, if the universe said, here's exactly what you asked me for. Are you ready for it? Are you prepared to receive it? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really ready for it? Because sometimes we be thinking we ready for it, and then when we get it, we be like, I'm not sure. Or we don't feel like we have the tools to really appreciate or, manage what it is that we have. I told y'all, even when it comes to relationships, a lot of women or men have been waiting for these relationships to come into their lives, and then when they get it, they be like, well, I didn't know it was gonna look like this. You get this great person in your life, and you might be very judgmental or picky or, whatever the case may be, and then they be having like whatever that's triggering you a little bit, and you be like, well, damn it, I ain't know it was gonna look like this. I know I asked for all of this, but you ain't tell me. Man, listen. So then you have to ask. You have to ask yourself. Ask yourself. Okay? Ask yourself. Am I prepared? Am I doing the work? Do I truly have the tools that I need? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is yes, because the universe ain't going to give you nothing that you're not ready for. I promise you they won't. They know you got the tools, but you don't even believe in your own gift, and you don't even believe in your own power. They know you're deserving of what they're giving you, but you don't believe in it. You don't believe in it. So you got to be in the space where you be like, I'm deserving of this relationship. It might take me a little bit of work. It might require me to do a little bit more, but damn it, I deserve this. I deserve to, see this through. And then even operating, because some of y'all don't like to hear this, that don't mean that that's the one. That might just mean that it's there to teach you a specific lesson so you can be ready for the one. There might be something that triggers you through that dynamic that's going to help you be your best self or become your best self. So don't get so caught up in feeling like, oh, a lot of times y'all get fearful of dating or you get scared, or I know I done been that one. I done had some really amazing guys come in my life, and I'll be looking at them like, but he eat meat. It be that serious for me. It do. But he eat meat. How y'all gonna send me somebody wrapped in Shango energy and he over there eating meat? I can't do him. I can't. I'm just saying. I be extra sometimes. I do. I be extra. Okay, go tell Cora to make you something different. Okay. I'm just saying. I be that one that like, oh, he dope. He got a, bomb job. He, got the bomb altar. All of that. Everything on point. But damn it, he only 5'8". That's me. I'm going to just go and raise my hand. I'm going to keep my hand up. So, don't be like that. Don't be like me. We not using my method. That might not work. I'm a Leo, so my shit be extra. We be real extra with what we want in our details. Don't do that. Don't be like that. Be realistic. But still, I'm not telling y'all to settle. Let's be very clear. Don't nobody quote me. I did not tell y'all to settle. I'm telling you to operate in a space where you're saying, the things that I'm asking for, am I operating in that energy? Am I operating in a certain dynamic? Am I operating in the love that I'm asking for? You said, what's wrong with 5'8"? It's not that it's something wrong with 5'8", but I'm 5'8". So I'm 5'8", and I like to wear my heels. My ex-husband was like 5'6". So I gave all my heels away. I was giving $1,000 pair of sandals away. Not doing that no more. Can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit superficial. That little bit of, I got a little bit of superficialness with me. Okay? So I'm going to prefer somebody to be over 5'8". That's just me. But in all of that, saying all of that, this is a time frame where you got to say, am I preparing myself for what it is that I'm asking for? And I'm just picking on relationships because that's always the number one thing that people always talk about. But am I preparing myself? Am I preparing myself for my abundance? A lot of times our abundance is even an issue. We say that we are ready for, somebody to come in and invest in our business. But have you prepared for somebody to come and invest in your business? We say that we are ready for freedom, but are you prepared for what freedom looked like for you? Do you even know what it looked like? Have you have a clear idea of what you're supposed to be manifesting in your life in the first place? A lot of y'all don't even know your purpose. I'm just saying. Let's keep it all the way real. Y'all know I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. But a lot of people walking around and don't even know their purpose. Why they came to this universe to walk. Well, here we go with the glitching. To walk in it at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Why did we come into this universe? To walk in it. Why are we here? What is our legacy? How are we leaving our mark? And then it's funny that this card, so I'm going to read this card. The transition card we got is finances. The transition card that we got is finances. And I'm going to speak on this because I got like the craziest download yesterday when it comes to certain dynamics. But I'm going to speak on this real quick after I read what they say. This card signals a change in your financial situation. Please don't allow yourself to assume that this is a negative reversal. The only reason why you should feel afraid is because the ego associates change with fear. Yet this card heralds a reward for the diligent work you've done and all the commitment continuing. Through the spiritual law of cause and effect. Didn't we get the cause and effect card the other day? Hold on just a second. Get Quell to do it. Go tell him. Thank you. Through the spiritual law of cause and effect, efforts always yield corresponding results. This also means that if you haven't been actively putting in effort, your financial returns will reflect this. Happily though, you do have the power to change your finances for the better by taking the steps that you are divinely guided to. Keep your thoughts elevated because positive thoughts really do create beneficial financial changes. Good timing to ask for a raise or a promotion, starting a new business, reducing expenses, caution about whom you enter into a business agreement or sign a contract with, an investor, an inheritance, winning a settlement, favorable outcome, graduation, settled debt. So, new money coming. Somebody better get them bags. Y'all better get them coins. Y'all better get them coins. Listen, we already just pulled the card. Look, we just pulled temperance. The universe working on your gifts. They trying to pour this abundance down on you. They trying to pour blessings on you. And then we pulled a financial card. Now, what's interesting for me about this card, I was having a conversation yesterday, and I had a moment. I had a couple of like really great conversations yesterday. But I had a moment, and I get it. And y'all hear me say this all the time. I get it. When we are operating as this three-dimensional world, and specifically in Western society, there is this energy that we are more focused on securing the bag than we are securing ourselves. I'm going to say that one more time. We are more focused on securing the bag than securing ourselves. And what I mean by that is a lot of times we are so focused on chasing the money and getting to the coins that we are not focused, and we're neglecting and abandoning being at one with ourselves. And I'm not, y'all know I don't believe in no poor righteous teachers. I don't believe on you being broke. I don't even know what that word is. I don't even like that word. I hate when people use that word. It makes my skin crawl. I don't believe in none of that. But what I do believe in is that if you are in alignment with yourself, with your higher self, your divinity, that it brings everything that you deserve to you. And if you are in alignment with yourself, you'll see how trivial it is. I'm sorry, and I love everybody who think a certain way, and I respect everybody's opinion. And like I said, my views on when it comes to money might be totally different just because I've experienced a certain lifestyle. So I could say, to me, it ain't that serious. Is it nice to look at? Yes, I love looking at a luxury car. I love it. I do. I love it. I think they are gorgeous. It ain't nothing like luxury. It ain't nothing like it. But does that mean that I don't appreciate other dynamics? Hell no, because at the end of the day, a car is a car. It gets you from point A to point B. It just is going to change up the environment that you might be riding in. You might have regular like cloth seats, or you might be riding in that butter leather. How are you getting to the destination? The whole point is that you're going to get to the destination. And the reason that I'm bringing that up, because I thought about something that we've been talking about a lot lately. A lot of times, we buy all these tools and things, these beautiful crystals, because they're pretty to look at. You know, we buy all of these fragrances and oils because they're nice to smell, and they trigger certain nostalgia for us. So we're trying to dress up this spiritual journey. But you could be in a dark room and don't have shit and get to your spiritual journey like that. Get to your connection like that. You see what I'm saying? You can have all of these different things, and sometimes they create a distraction on what your destination was supposed to be in the first place. We be sitting here chasing after, trying to, get this house, get this car, wear these clothes, have the right jewelry, have da-da-da-da. Listen, we be so focused on that part that it distracts us from why we came here in the first place. What was your purpose for coming here in the first place? Get that done first. Because then all the other stuff going to usher in like it ain't nothing. And then you actually appreciate the fact that you driving that Bentley truck. But you also know that if that Bentley truck was taken away from you, it don't matter. If you had to go from a Bentley truck to a Honda, it is what it is. It's still a car. You ain't using your feet. You not walking to all your destinations. I be feeling real bad driving past the bus stop. I do. Especially when there be mama sitting there. Like, I'm that one that I'm going to stop. If it's a woman pushing a truck, yeah, I'm the one that I'll be wanting to stop. Like, look, come on, boo. Where you got to go? But you got to really, be in a space where you are so intentional. You are so in tune with yourself first. Do what you need to do for you first. It might mean that you need to sacrifice your level of comfort just so you can get to your destination first. It might mean that, I can't eat out me and my kids used to eat out every weekend because that was our way of doing family time. And then I started being like, well, damn it, we could go to the park. And we actually are going to bond better doing that than me taking them to some fancy restaurant. My kids bougie as hell too. They expensive. They don't be asking for regular shit. They be asking for stuff that I be like, what happened to the kids that just ask for pizza and burgers and fries and stuff? My kids be asking for shrimp Alfredo. I'm gonna need you to get you a shrimp Alfredo job, bro. That's my babies. But I had to get them to a point where they start appreciating. They are not in a space, and it's still a work in progress. I have to get them to a space where they're saying, hey, I need you to really pay attention to. You don't have to have this tablet. You ain't got to have all this extra shit that we giving you. You ain't got to have the latest iPhone. That's a luxury. There's kids out here that just want a damn phone in the house, period. And you sitting here feeling like you need to have the latest of everything. That's where that entitlement shit come from. My daughters, I was like, I love them dearly, but I swear they felt like they was entitled to the nice because we had been giving them everything. Between me and my parents, specifically my parents, they always was just giving them whatever it is that they want. Their phone used to always be the latest above mine. I had a regular old damn, I don't even remember what kind of phone I had. They walking around with iPhones and notes. You know, so you have to understand the balance in all of this. Even though this we saying, you know, the universe getting ready to bless her with a bag. Make sure that when you get the bag, you do what's right with the bag. Invest it in you. Take some time to like do things that you need to do for yourself to get you closer to what you're supposed to be doing. Make sure you're investing in what your actual purpose is. Quit blowing it on bullshit. And I'm like I said, this is my own personal insight when it comes to money. So I'm not telling y'all to not. I ain't telling y'all to be no bums. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not. I'm not telling you to damn sell all your stuff and now go live on the land. I'm not. I ain't about that life. I'm not. Not to that extreme. If I'm gonna have a tree house, my tree house about to be the baddest tree house in the land. But I am telling you that when things are coming in and all of these things are ushering into your life, to appreciate what they represent and not get distracted from what your destination is. Don't let society fool you into forgetting why you are here. They have done we have done a very good job of convincing ourselves, being a distraction to ourselves from what our true purpose is. My people that's close to me all the time, I always have a hard time balancing between what I do and, you know, how I do it, if that makes sense. I have a hard time saying, okay, I want to just be able to share messages with y'all. I want to just be able to share wisdom with y'all. But I also understand that do power don't care what I'm sharing with y'all. I also understand that my baby's like food on the table. You know? So I understand the balance of that as well. But it is very hard for me to say, let me pull all the way back in that. Because I don't have to be in the matrix. I don't. I'm in a position right now that I don't have to do any of this shit. I don't. I could really just be like, disconnect all my pages and be sitting here reading all day. Burning candles and incense and making sure the kids get fed. I don't. That's all. I don't have to do nothing else beyond that. But I choose to. And because I choose to, I understand the importance of that responsibility and holding myself accountable for what that entails. So I know it's connected to my purpose. I know it's connected to my destination. I know it's connected to what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. You know? So I feel like that's the same thing that I really want y'all to understand. I want y'all to get to a space where you're not so distracted from the craziness that is survival mode. Sometimes we get so caught in, I need to have money. But there are more resources than money. Okay? Please understand that when you are operating in the energy and the spirit of God, which is connected to you, that is who you are. You see what I'm saying? when you are operating in tune with that energy, your resources are unlimited. So you might not have the money to buy that house, but please understand that you can usher in the resources that will buy that house. You just have to put a call to action to it. Once you speak it into existence, it's coming to you. It's about what are you doing to get on that same frequency so it can come to you. It can meet you halfway. So I want people to stop getting, in my mind, I feel like you have to stop getting so caught up in, if you're starting a business, and I hear this so often, I'm starting a business and the first thing that comes to my mind is, I don't have no money. I hear that so often. Man, I want to start a business, but I ain't got the capital for it. Man, listen, you ain't got to have no capital. My first storefront I had, I knew I wanted to leave Bank of America. Story time, look. I wanted to leave the bank. I was working for the banks Uptown, and I was working in the IT department for the trade floor. So after the lady had done got on my nerves because I had this big ass afro, but I used to keep it up in a head wrap, and they were trying to say something about me wearing head wraps. So when she said something about that, I came to work the next day looking like Angela Davis, basically. Being spiteful because I'm petty as hell. Oh, you don't want me to wear my hair wrap? Oh, I'm going to make sure my afro be blowed out extra big. It's going to be so big. Y'all going to be mad as hell at me. I'm going to look like straight Black Panther when I come in here. So when it started, the pressure started getting to me as far as the different dynamics that was happening in my job. I was like, I need another way out. I don't want to do this. This is not me. I need to be able to express myself. Situation pops up. Somebody basically handed me a boutique Uptown. This is why I said the power of what you speak into the universe. Somebody came to me and was like, it initially started with me helping out with the boutique and showing them what was fashionable. And then one day they just never came back to the boutique. So now I got this, I don't even remember how many square feet, boutique Uptown. Okay. I think the guy had already negotiated. The actual landlord, his office was next door. He was like, baby, I'll give it to you for $500 a month. A boutique Uptown. Anybody who stay in Charlotte, y'all already know. Hardwood floors. All I had to do was figure out how to run it. This is where I go back to, when the universe gives you something, are you ready to receive it? Are you prepared for it? Me being the type of person I am, I'm creative and I'm going to use my resources. Man, listen, I started like studying, figuring out, how do I get clothes? I don't even know where to go, but I researched it. I figured it out. And that was the start of me starting the whole clothing business 20 years ago. Speak what it is that you want into existence. You might not have the capital to make your shit grow, but if you speak it and you believe it and you know that the universe got your back, I promise you every time they're going to come and say, here you go. I got situations right now that I wasn't even really thinking that hard about. I was like, oh, it would be nice to do this. And people been coming to me like, here you go. Speak it into existence. Believe that it can happen. Be ready to receive it. Let go of that old shit. Let go of your old ways. Let go of your old thinking patterns. Quit making yourself the obstacle. Quit making yourself be the blockage to your abundance. You can get whatever it is that you want. That's why I'm like, I don't operate. When people be in that space or they be feeling like they don't really believe that they can have a certain thing, they don't really understand what they really are capable of, I be looking at people like they're crazy. Like, really? I was knowing that I was able to manifest stuff in my life since I was young. But maybe that's because I grew up in a family that, my family didn't teach me that I wasn't able or like capable of doing whatever I wanted to do. My mother always taught me to be the person that you want to be. If you say you a model, damn it, you better dress and look like a model, walk like a model every time you walk out that damn house. Listen, my mama was on it back then. I be telling people I come from greatness. I don't know about y'all. I come from greatness. I pay attention. I listen. So you got to know that you come from greatness too. Even if your mother wasn't the one that was dropping gems on you, I bet you and I guarantee you somebody in your lineage was greatness. They was dropping some sort of gem. You need to take heed to it and understand that you are greatness in this human form. Stay connected. Be very intentional. Stay focused on your purpose, y'all. Stay focused on your purpose. Don't get distracted. Don't let money be the object that stops you from your greatness. Don't be so caught up in chasing the bag that you forget what the hell you're supposed to be doing. Don't get so caught up in chasing that bag that you ain't sitting your ass down to meditate and pray. Don't be so caught up in chasing that bag that you neglect your family. Don't be so caught up in chasing the bag that, number one, you neglect yourself. Because once again, bringing it all the way back, you are connected to yourself first and foremost. It's more important for you to be connected to who you are, to your journey. I'm sorry, boo. I don't never be reading the messages. You said, where am I from? I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a Carolina girl. Y'all know I'm from the country. I'm a good old Southern girl. Southern belle. Kind of, sort of. My family is from the country, so I'm country. Let me say that. Let me go through these messages. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all been in here on it. Jay, I don't know what this is. It's something that Daryl Roach made me. I don't know what the symbol is. It's just, I thought it was dope. It was a dope ring. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Yes, Christy, you better be on it. Okay, so Celestial, you said, is it okay to give yourself a reading when you're upset or sad? What I will say about doing readings when you are upset or sad, you can tend to influence the cards or influence the outcome. So I always tell people to kind of get into a calm space. Make sure your vibration is at least even keel before you try to do yourself a reading. If you feel like you are affecting the cards, go to somebody else. Let somebody else do it. Okay. I think I caught all the rest of them. I'm back on her. Oh, you from NC? So you should have known. I be super country. Sometimes I'm super country. I'm so weird. Because sometimes you can hear like my southern dialect really strong, and then like sometimes you can't, especially like if I'm doing music. If I'm doing music, if you listen to me rhyme, 9 times out of 10 I don't sound like I'm from the South. I don't have a southern flow, or I don't have like my dialect don't come out in my flow, so it's weird. And it depends on what I'm talking about. Sometimes if I get real passionate about a topic, I realize that my dialect seems to go some damn where else. Or if I'm, yeah, it just depends. You're welcome, Celestial. Yeah, I always suggest, even when I'm upset, it's rare that I get upset to the point where I can't do a reading for myself. It's rare that I get upset too. People would trigger the hell out of me, though. I get triggered. That's what I like to call it. You triggering me. I need to figure out why you triggered me right now, because you making me want to punch you in your damn eye. And I know I shouldn't be punching nobody in the eye. You needed that message. Gonna invest in some cards real soon. Yes, this is a great tool. You know, even though I talk junk about that you don't need none of this, and I sell them. So if you're looking for some decks, I do have a few decks left. But ultimately, I feel like the answer is already in you. The only reason that we are using these tools because we haven't learned how to trust our inner voice. A lot of times, it's so funny. I've had conversations with other clients, and I will pretty much tell them exactly what it is that I need to tell them before we even start pulling cards. And then when we pull the cards, we see exactly what it is that I just said. It's the hardest thing that you've ever done, but this is the season of transition, beloved. And you have to trust and know that you are doing the right thing. Let's see. Let's pull you a card, boo. I'm going to pull you a Power of Love card, too. Hopefully this don't cut us off yet. Let me see what time it is. So, let go. The card that came out, baby, is let go. It's not serving you, and it was stopping you from getting to your ascension. So let it go. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but letting go is one of the best things that you can do. Don't be so don't be so attached to the dynamics that are in that space. Your Power of Love card is acceptance, baby. It says you are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. You are in a space right now that you are going to embrace what is going to happen. Be very fluid on everything that is happening in your life. Understand what is happening and why it's happening, okay? Understand it. Embrace it. You need to be celebrating, really. See, that's why y'all don't listen to me. I be in that place like, oh, if something that was negative or not supposed to be in my life actually leaves, this is a time for you to celebrate. So what was that? Acceptance. Let's see what they say for acceptance. It says throughout your journey on earth, you will be presented with many obstacles and lessons that will test you. One of the most beautiful parts of life is the unpredictability. Nothing is permanent. Everything is constantly moving and evolving, especially you in your life, beloved. You can progress faster spiritually by being open to the ebb and flow of events and the twists and turns that your soul companions, the fellow humans on your journey provide. Now is the time to become aware of this gift and acknowledge that these moments are not stumbling blocks, but merely opportunities to grow. Although circumstances may seem difficult or worrisome, if you look at the bigger picture and live for the present moment, you can easily follow the natural course of life. But don't let that mindset of acceptance distract you from your ability to change the situation that hinders your soul's growth. You are always in charge. When I say I freaking Shay, can I say that? Can I say that? Ancestors, y'all better come through for her. Listen, this is a time for you to embrace the growth. Have a damn party. I don't even know where you went, but if you can turn you some music on, I tell y'all, get that music on that has your vibration up. That music that just gets you excited. Y'all know it's glitching day. That music that gets you into a space where your vibration is high. Honey, you need to do a whole live praise dance because you're getting ready to walk into some newness. You're getting ready to walk into something totally different. Do a whole live praise dance. That was the ending of a cycle. The main reading for today was for you too. That was the ending of old things, stuff that's not serving you. Now you are walking into your evolution. You are walking into your ascension. You better accept it and embrace it. Shoot. You got it, beloved. You might not. This is the one thing I can say about change, because sometimes we are very fearful when things are changing in our life, okay? We are fearful of what the unknown is. But understand that the universe is not going to put you in a situation that you don't need to be in. And they're going to definitely come together and make sure that you're doing exactly what you need to be doing to get all the blessings. So it might push you into this uncomfort zone. I'm not comfortable. I'm uncomfortable right now. But it's okay. You might can't even see it on your radar right now, what they're doing for you right now. But it's okay. Trust and believe that they are doing some amazing things. Okay? I'm getting the energy of being excited for you. I'm over here like, shoot, I don't know. Like, girl, I'm telling you, you need to be like, yes. That look, it's that serious. What they about to open up for you is about to be something that you weren't even expecting. You ain't even see it. And they was just waiting for you to be ready. They was waiting for you to be ready. All right. All right, guys. So don't get distracted from the journey. I love you. I love you. I love you. Please stay really true to your intentions and your purpose and your passion. Quit letting people damn take you off track. Quit letting people damn snatch you off your path. You're welcome, beloved. This is a time for you to really be, in tune with you. You got to be at oneness with you, first and foremost. Oh, Ashe. I love you too. Love you. All right, guys, let me go because I got to make me a smoothie. I'm over here about to pass out. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. All right, guys. I love you. Peace.